Well, hello, my name is Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries, and happy Thanksgiving. I know, it's crazy. I'm in the office on Thanksgiving. I'm just having some fun before I gorge myself on all sorts of food. I did do a workout this morning, so it won't be so bad, but I was playing around with this wave. I'm a fan of math in general. I love math. And I wanted to create a video where I had this wave shape and this little droplet and this ice oscillation between a wave shape and a droplet. And so mathematically, it's a little bit complex. I didn't get it exactly right, but here's what it looks like when it's all animated. I'm going to go through the different stages, the different commands necessary to get this to happen. So if you do this right, you can get NX to do this, and that was my challenge. I know it's pretty nerdy, but anyway, here's how I did it. First, if you look at my expressions or my part navigator, you'll see that there's a bunch of expressions. And there's a datum CSIS, and then there's a law curve. So here's the law curve. This law curve is a sinusoid that is also decaying as it goes. I've got, I believe, 10 inches from here to there, 10 inches. And so I had to write this equation. And when I wrote the equation, I was able to put dimensions in it that would decay and that would scale. So that is basically the challenge of this little exercise. Then I did a sketch, and then I did a revolve, and then I did the little droplet, the water droplet. I chopped off the top because I wanted it to be smoother. And there I trimmed off the top, then I did a fill surface, and then I did a move object with some math. So now the math is kind of interesting. If I show you the expressions, you'll see how easy it all is. In the expressions editor, I have this dimension called frame number. And that's how I generate the animation with this frame number. And then I have T. That's the T equals 1. That's what you need to do to make a law curve. Then I've got X equals frame number. Frame number is going to go from 0 to 719 or 720 or whatever. Then I've got X t equals 10 times t, so since t is going to be evaluated from 0 to 1, xt is going to go from 0 to 10. And then I have this y dimension, and y equals 1.01 plus sine of x. So as x goes from 0 to 720, the sine is going to go from 1 to minus 1. So at some point, y is going to be practically 0, 0.01, and then it's going to be 2, and then it's going to come back down. So it's going to oscillate twice. And then I have yt, that's the height of the function, the law curve, equals t times 5 times 360. So there's 5 little ripples, if you will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I wanted them to decay as they went out from 0 to 10. And so I multiplied it by this c variable, and then there's a b variable that I'm raising to the power of xt, and xt is getting larger and larger and larger, and that's why this whole thing's getting smaller, and that's why it decays. So there you go. There's all the equations I used. I didn't end up using this log of 10, and I wanted to I wanted to use e to the x, so I had to create e And E is 2.718281828459045. I wish there were a way, maybe somebody can tell me, of representing E without typing it all out. As you probably know, if you type in PI, left paren, right paren, you get 3.1415926 ad infinitum. So that's how you do pi, PI, left paren, right paren. It would really be great if you could do E, left paren, right paren, and get the value of E, but I don't think that's actually available. I tried that. So E, left paren, right paren, and what do you get? You get nothing coherent. See, it looks like I'm getting 2.30 something, so it's just giving me an error. So that is obviously not how to get the value of E. So anyway, somebody can enlighten me. Maybe you take the natural log of 1 or something. Let's just try that. Let's say ln of 1. Oh, did you know that if you want to find out about the functions that are available in NX, you can do, if you like make a variable, and whoops, not that one. Not that one. If you click up here and you say edit, there you go. It gets you to this page where you can do fx, click on here, and then you can find your function. So let's go natural log, and so it says right here, log returns the natural logarithm of a given number, requires number, specify a number. So if you type in log, let's just do that. Specify a number. How about 1? So the log of 1 is now returned to this variable, CCC. If I put the log of 0, what's the log of 0? The log of 0 is 0. The log of 10, what's the log of 10? The natural log of 10 is 2.30258, natural log of 10. Interesting. So anyway, that is how you can calculate the natural log of something, but I digress. So now, how do you get this nice little video? This is really kind of amazing. It's a nice little technique. It's not a very well-known technique in NX, but what I've done is I've gone to menu, view, display, and create animation. Here it is, create animation. Now this is a sleeper, if you will. This is the only way I know how to create a parametric model and actually animate one of the parameters or a bunch of parameters of it. And so the very first thing you've got to do is go to parameters right here, click on parameters, and there's a little switch right here that says update expressions, update expressions. And what that does is it hooks that variable frame number that I created to the frames that you make, the keyframes that you make when you're creating your animation. So when you go and you start creating keyframes, hold on here, here we go. So let's go to keyframes, there. So when you go and you start creating keyframes, as you can see, I've got this keyframe of, my first keyframe is 0. It says frame 0, and that's just one little keyframe. And then I've got this variable A, and that's 720 steps. So that's going to generate 720 steps. So I set that up and say, okay. And then I will generate the animation. And when I generate the animation, it will take frame number from 0 to 720, and then this thing will change. So as you can see, I'll click on preview. Oh, geez, let's see. Oh, hold on. Oh. Hold on here. Let's do preview the animation. Preview animation, okay? So when I click on preview or play, it will preview what's there, what I've done. I'd like to cancel it right now, but it's not going to let me. I'll just edit my video. So you preview the animation, and then you generate the animation. It gives you a file, and once you have the file, then you can play it like I did at the beginning of the video. So that's the whole litany. That's the whole bunch of commands that you can use to do this amazing work. And I probably should not have done that little trim in that little face above it, because I think it's trimming the second lobe, not just the first one. So let's wait for this to be done. There's 729, it's going all the way to 720, so it says 719 here. It includes 0, so that's 720 frames. Doink. Okay, so I can say okay. And I'm not exactly happy with the animation, so I'm going to edit it. Let's get out of here for a second. Okay, and let's take away that trim. There we go. All right, and I think I'll create another animation from scratch, and this one will look different. It won't have that big ball on the top of it, so it'll look better. So in order to proceed, I'll say menu, view, display, create animation. I'm going to delete everything I have. I'm going to go to parameters and make sure it says update expression. Good. And I'm going to hit the redefine button. Go to my keyframes. I'm going to have a frame named Steve. That's going to have, I think I'd like it to go 3 times this time. So you take 360 times 3 equals 1080. So number of steps, 1080. And you add. So there's going to be a bunch of frames that we're creating. Say OK. And now I'm just going to generate. Oh, wait, let's go back to the parameters so that we can rename the file. So it says animation file name. So this is going to be called wave2 .mpg. MPG. Wave 2. Okay? Okay. And generate the animation. And this will take a while, because every time it flashes, it's doing another frame. You can see on the bottom, it's counting for you, so it is up to about 100. And now it's 142. As this happens, I'll tell you that the animation editor, the animation designer in NX is really superb. However, it doesn't allow you to change the shape of something parametrically, you know, with just a parameter. So that's why this technique, which is also an animation technique in NX, is incredibly powerful. But then there's an animation in the assembly sequence function as well. So you have lots of choices in NX, and that's why I like it. NX is so full of functionality. It takes a really long time to learn it all. And then I find that there's so many functions that sometimes I forget them. So when I make these videos, sometimes I have to refer to my own video. Also, I did write this book. It's the Super Duper Advanced NX book. And there's a lot of techniques in here that you wouldn't normally just know, because NX has so many different options. But I think I'll have to update it soon because I want to put the algorithmic modeling stuff in the new book. So, but anyway, this one is here. This one's ready. You can get it on Amazon if you want. We have it on PDF as a PDF. So it's amazing. I probably should have turned off the two-dimensional curves and that little datum plane, but I won't have you sit through another one of these. This is really boring. It'll go through 3 rotations, if you will, and it's complete. All right. So we can cancel that, and we can go find. So that is how it works. Powerful stuff. Again, my name's Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries. I hope you enjoyed this video, or at least gleaned something from it that you can use. Please like and subscribe if you can. I'm going to be doing more of these videos, and happy Thanksgiving.